Hey, good evening. It's Wednesday, May 10th, and welcome to my channel, Everyday Talk 24/7. We have Q&A Friday coming up this week if we get a couple more questions. If not, we'll wait till the next week. We've been talking this week about the importance of the heart. On Monday, we talked about we need to grasp truth with our heart. If it's not grasped with everything that's inside of us, then it will do us no good. We'll wind up being Pharisees, or discouraged, or bitter, or convinced that this loving God stuff doesn't work, or we'll become manipulators or abusers. We've got to grasp the truth of God with our heart, with everything in us. Remember, we talked about last night that the heart, there's no good English equivalent for it, but it's everything, our emotions, our intellect, our sense of morality, our sense of what it means to know God is all bound up in this idea of the heart. And then last night, we talked about the significance of investing in the heart, just for ourselves and for those that we love. Not about investing in information transfer, not about methods and means and methodologies and plans, but about really knowing ourselves and the people that we love. If we're going to connect with them, if we're going to make connections with our children, we have to invest the time and energy to know them, to know their hearts. Tonight, I want to talk about protecting your heart, because we have to protect our own hearts before we can help anybody else. You can't protect your children's heart or the hearts of people that you love, your husband or your wife or whoever's close to you. You can't protect their heart unless you're protecting your heart. This is crucial. This protecting your heart is so we can give and love as Jesus commanded us to. Otherwise, again, it's just an exercise in religion, an exercise in self-worth, an exercise in making us feel good about ourselves, which is the last thing that we need. So the opening section, we'll be looking at Proverbs 4, and today I'm going to look at verses 5 through 9 of chapter 4. I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because it's important. It needs to be grasped quickly. After telling us that the heart is the most important thing to be about, embrace wisdom, then he says in verse 5, get wisdom, get insight, or the word could just in the Hebrew could easily be buy. This is the investing part. Get wisdom, get insight. Don't forget and do not turn aside from the words of my mouth. Again, he's repeating what he said earlier. Lay hold of my commands and you'll live. Don't forget or don't turn aside from the words of my mouth. This is David speaking to his son Solomon, and Solomon was remembering that. So the first part is, get it. Buy it. Then he says, do not leave her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. So in the Hebrew, 5 and 6 form kind of an opposite. 7 and 8 repeat that. Verse 7, the beginning of wisdom is this, get wisdom, or buy wisdom. Find it. Whatever, as Proverbs 2 says, whatever it is, search for its buried treasure and lay hold of it. And then, let me read all of verse 7. The beginning of wisdom is this, get wisdom. In exchange for all your acquisitions, all that you own and have, get insight. Don't be misled by this earthly stuff that's going to wind up in the landfill someday, in a trash heap, broken in a recycle bin. In exchange for all this stuff that's going to go away, get insight, get wisdom. So he's repeating verse 5 again, get wisdom, get insight, most important thing. But then verse 8 repeats verse 6. Cherish her and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. Note the warmth here. The words of the way you talk about a husband and wife. Cherish her and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. And then verse 9, She will bestow a garland of grace to your head. A splendid crown she will give you. See, the idea is you buy into it with all you have, but then you love wisdom with all that you are. And then wisdom will in turn protect you. Love wisdom and she will protect your heart. Not a casual love, in quotation marks. It's, sometimes I'm going to get into wisdom, sometimes I'm not. Not a flirtatious love that, oh, I kind of like you, or wow, you're really cool, or I just love the things you do for me and we have a bouquet of flowers to go along with it. Not that. Not a self-serving love that, well, I look good if I'm, doing wisdom. So it makes me look good. And not a love that is performance-based. In other words, if I do enough and keep doing enough, then I will earn wisdom. That's not what's being talked about here. What's being talked about is a love that is all-consuming. The way that someone would love their husband or love their wife. Everything about them, they're all in. That's all that matters. This love is all-consuming. So your time, your energy, your thoughts, your money, your life is invested in the pursuit of wisdom. And we're not talking about an academic pursuit or a bookish pursuit or an intellectual pursuit. We're talking about an actual love affair with wisdom. So you can define a person by the love of wisdom. If you do this, you're going to protect your heart. We're going to look at Proverbs 4:23 and verses around that tomorrow. But notice the power that's here. Get wisdom and love her. See, this is how you can identify people that you can trust. People who are bought into wisdom, who show them not the intellectual stuff, but the real love of God, the love of God's truth, that it shows forth in their life. People that love to hear a rebuke. People that are, whatever it takes to get wise, they're going to be there. People that are really committed to you, that are committed to being able to say lovingly hard things to you. People whose words are pleasant. People who listen to you without trying to figure out what you want to hear, who are trying to listen to you so they can know your heart. This is how you protect your own heart, and then you can protect the hearts of others. This is how you can identify, like I said, people that you can trust. This is something, if you're looking for a husband or a wife, do they love wisdom? Not in these surface ways, but their life is given to it. See, this is how you guard your heart. This is how you have peace in this life. Because if you pursue wisdom, you will have the eyes that Jesus talks about to see truth clearly. And you'll see what's important. And you'll be able to invest yourself in things that are important, but you'll be able to protect. You're protecting yourself, you're protecting your own heart, and then you'll be able to protect the hearts of those that you love. And we'll talk more specifically about how to do that tomorrow. But these verses in Proverbs are huge. Get wisdom, get insight. Don't forget, and do not turn aside from the words of my mouth. Do not leave her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. In exchange for all that you own, all your acquisitions, get insight. Cherish her, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will bestow a garland of grace to your head, and a splendid crown she will give you. That's how we protect our hearts. Again, thanks so much for the comments and the feedback. Love hearing from you all. Thank you for the honor of being with you each day, and pursue wisdom. Love it. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Thank you so much for watching. It is such a huge encouragement.